Hi, this is Nick at Atlantic Laser Scanning. This is part two of our how to manipulate the FARO SCENE software to work with two different point cloud projects and combine just a piece from one project and drop it into a location in another project. In this case, in our last video, we took a sculpture that was scanned inside of a museum. We then clipped or removed everything around the sculpture, the room, the rest of the equipment, the people, everything's been removed. So we were left with just the sculpture. We're going to take that sculpture in 3D, bring it in, bring those points from that point cloud into this project and set it down. So what we have here is a completely registered project. The project has had a project point cloud created, which is going to allow us to have a clip box. Now, if you've never worked with project point clouds or clip boxes, what it is it's a way for you to manipulate the scan points without overloading your computer. So as you can see on the left here, our tree, none of our scans are loaded, but yet we're looking at the point cloud. And the reason that we're going to use a clip box is because when you start working inside of the point clouds, it can become a little cumbersome. So what we're going to do is just simply remove the roof from the building, which is going to allow us to just set our sculpture right inside of this project. So we're going to start off with creating a cluster for the existing courtroom, and then a cluster for the scans we're going to import, which is for the actual sculpture. So you'll see why we do this later, because we're going to need to grab each of these clusters and manipulate them. So main scans folder, we're going to right click, new, and create a cluster. And we're going to just simply highlight our scans and drag them into the courtroom cluster. And then we're going to go to the main scans folder. We're going to create a cluster for the actual sculpture itself. That's going to allow us then to go to the previous project. We're going to, as you can see by the file stack here, we're going into revisions. And in the second revision, we have found the 0.1 versions of the new scans that were created once we eliminated all the surroundings. So you've got the 0.1 versions of all of those scans. We're just going to highlight them all and drag and drop them right into our cluster. And now we're going to look at the project in the correspondence view. And if we just simply look at everything from the side, you can see that the sculpture is way away from the actual courtroom. And that's because it's got nothing to tie itself down to. It was not registered with the original courtroom project. So it's just going to be hanging out there in space. So we're just going to grab it. We're going to drag it down close. And then we're going to create our clip box, because what we want to do is manipulate the roof of this courtroom and allow ourselves to see inside of this building in order to kind of tell where we're going to set the sculpture down. It just makes it cleaner and easier. And we're going to even go down enough to get rid of the lights. Really an unencumbered view of the inside of the courtroom. Now the next step is going to be just simply dragging the sculpture down to where we want it. We want to resize this tool. We just click away from it. All right. And now we'll go ahead and open the project up, look at it in regular 3D. And our sculpture is sitting on the bench by the judge. We can zip it back up, save the project, and it's done. Again, there's many different reasons why you may want to do this. And again, there are different software packages that will allow you to do some clash detection. They can do all kinds of things with this data. But working with FARO Scene, that is one way that you can combine two projects and take an object, a vehicle, a piece of equipment, and drop it into a building or a crash site or wherever you'd like. Thanks. I hope you guys have a great project. If you have anything specific you'd like to see us address, just drop us an email at info@atlanticlaserscanning.com and let us know. Thank you.